Hi, everybody, and welcome to Task Force Unlikely, episode 48, Bargain. The last episode of Task Force Unlikely and Laughing Dragon Inn of the year. So, fittingly, for the year 2020, this starts on a mess. Okay, because Shemeshka showed back up. So the Task Force Unlikely had gone to the fire plane to rescue Tarbek's son, who had been imprisoned there due to the machinations of Tarbek's great grandfather and a contract he signed with an Afridi. That Afridi was using his undead spirits of master craftsmen to create a mecha for himself, a big Gundam. Task Force Unlikely went in. Gayle defaced the inside of the mecha and drew dicks all around the symbols and runes and sigils that power it. And
careful, that might be banned by Twitch's new terms of service. I don't know how they work.
They were pretty flowers that were drawn on the inside of this thing.
That was a joke, by the way. They're not actually.
No, yeah. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Ban us for
make sure
2 weeks?
On the same page.
Well, I did see that they updated stuff, and I didn't have a chance to look at it. But
it's all dumb stuff.
It looked dumb from what I saw. They then went on variously to confront the genie or the Afridi and then fight this thing. And then the Afridi, after his mecha had been polymorphed, called on a fiend to bargain with. And that fiend was Shemeshka the Marauder, everyone's favorite Arcanoloth. So, we begin there. After Shemeshka has appeared behind all of you and says, "Darlings."
Shemeshka, if you don't intervene, I will finish making that weird magic weapon for you.
We're already negotiating. This is most excellent. Tarbek's throwing something out. What does everybody else want to do?
I want her to make a charisma save.
Okay.
She's gonna make it, but like principle.
Let's double check. Okay. She will roll. She will use a legendary resistance.
Yep.
Down 1. Okay. So, Kaw casts Banishment, and Shemeshka kind of shrugs it off and says, "But we're just getting started, Lady."
No, like Kaw nods like that was what she expected. Like, okay.
Lady Kaw, I thought we were... My friends is perhaps a strong word.
Yes.
It's kind of been a bit of an up and down, our relationship, I think it's fair to say.
Yes.
With the net down.
I was a bit rude the last time we met, and I apologize for that. Lost my temper. It happens. I'm sure you all understand.
I'm assuming that I can't just ask politely for you not to help the person who's enslaving the souls of my ancestors.
Ooh, I mean, depends on what he counter-offers with. It sounds to me like you're going to help me finish one of my pet projects. And what do you have for me, Afridi? Afridi's like...
He has a crossbow next to his head right now, so you best pick some words carefully.
Quick question.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Would you say he has about, maybe, hopefully, under 5d8 hit points?
No.
Dang.
Give it a second. He might be about to.
I mean, I can get it down.
Oh, yeah.
There's a will, there's a way.
Navira can smash them real good. Oh, Navira, you still have under your control one of those fire specters.
I was just about to ask that.
It communicates back to you in whatever way you can kind of communicate and control it. That it has found a cache of contracts.
Interesting. I want it to bring them here.
Okay.
Do that? Awesome.
Yeah, can you do that?
It's going to try.
I hope I can.
It just picks it up and just starts burning. I'm like, oops, oops, oops.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Don't do it! No.
No, stop. Wait.
I'm a little bit reserved about destroying them right away because maybe there's a clause in there about them like still being
Right.
binding if they get burned up, given that we are in a forge right now.
Okay.
I feel
On the
like
fireplane.
they might not be flammable given the circumstances. That is
Exactly.
a very good point to make.
Okay.
I feel like they would have those precautions.
The Afridi, Albari, noting the crossbow at his head, he's still bound by Tarbek's chains. His
Forgot that.
animated objects.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
He says,
I just remembered that.
and for reference, Tarbek, for animate objects, they are large objects. I said that last time, but I want to say it again so I don't forget. Which means I think you can do two. I can't remember it. They're bound. He's bound. That's the important part.
Two of them makes sense to me.
The Afridi says, Fiend, I can offer you some of these souls by Mecca, a favor in the future.
I don't understand. I don't see a mecha here. Do any of you see a mecha?
I see a broken one.
Oh no! Actually,
Oh, that's right.
Kaw attempted to cast a spell that requires concentration, which does mean a broken. It is still broken. It's kind of busted.
Yeah.
Pops back out behind all of you.
Oh, you want that pile of scrap metal?
It's probably not looking too good.
She kind of looks at it like,
pile of scrap metal.
She looks at Task Force Unlikely. Counter offer? This is going so much better than I thought it would.
Tarbek is going to sort of wink at Navira, and then
Do I know what that wink means?
I don't even know.
Navira's
if Tarbek
not
knows
the
what that
brightest.
means. I thought Navira. Well, Navira's controlling the fire spirit, correct?
Yeah, but that doesn't require any sort of concentration.
That's okay. I'm so confused as to what's going on. All right.
Do you have would you like me to reset the scene? Do you have a question for it?
No. I'm not confused with that regard. I'm confused as to specifically what's going on, but right now between Tarbek and Navira, I'm gonna retcon that wink.
Okay. Are you hitting on me? Now's not a good time. That's not Tarbek's fault. That's Navira's fault.
Yeah, Navira, a lot of stuff goes over her head. You gotta kind of spell it out for her.
She's so tall. How does it go over her head?
Her
You'd be
reflexes are
surprised.
too good. She would catch it.
No, that's not true.
They're not. That
Whopping
negative one to dexterity.
Yeah.
8 dexterity. Anyways, Tarbek will go, well, look, I'm sure that you could take that offer of souls, but if you take that offer of souls, I hate to break it to you, but there's going to be a big target painted on your head, and dwarves do not easily forgive grudges. Not specifically me, but there's a lot of other dwarves that would not be happy about that.
She says, interesting. Yes.
Also, like, why do you want? Don't you have like? I feel like souls are probably not worth as much as they maybe used to be. There's a lot of people. I count like at least 4 souls in this room right now. So really, they're dime a dozen if you think about it.
Are you offering your souls?
I mean, that was not really on the table. I'm gonna give that a hard no.
Okay, learning the limits. This is good. This is good. A good back and forth. A tete-a-tete. As
And then
the
Tarbek's
French,
gonna, like, hold
the
out his
Elvish say. sorry. Say that again, Dan.
Tarbek's gonna hold out his holy symbol and be like, I kind of spoken for already, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately for me, but unfortunately for this deal.
I think that's pretty fortunate for that deal, but that's me talking, so...
Tarbek's trying to butter her up, basically.
Can I get insight checks from everyone, please?
I'm very
boy.
good at that. Ooh, that's a big number. 18 plus... Sorry, I don't have D&D Beyond pulled up. 1 second.
Remember what we said about everything going over Navira's head? She rolled an 8.
I rolled a 1!
Oh, no. Okay. Well, what do you add to it?
I
Because it still might be
I
better.
got a 27.
Okay.
It's still a
Uh,
10, but I rolled a 1.
Still a 10,
I
27.
I got a 16.
16, perfect. And Navira, you think Shemeshka's hitting on you. So,
I mean, that's not something she wouldn't do, to be fair.
Yeah, honestly.
Shemeshka's into it.
Navira can get it. What can I say?
Gayle and Tarbek, you notice very suddenly Shemeshka's face kind of takes on a sour expression, and she stops looking at all of you and looks behind you all as another figure appears in this place. A frail old tiefling woman who you all have seen before named Lou. She's like 4'5". She's like 4'5", gray skin, horns.
Well, last time we saw her,
Didn't either. Crazy gray silver hair, and she wears like a velvet green frock coat, and then kind of mishmash clothes underneath. And she shuffles into the room and says,
Oh, great. No, is Karen going to show up, too?
Says, Shemeshka. Shemeshka has a real sour look on her face and says, Alluvius, what brings you here? I expect the same thing that brought you here, you bitch. Shemeshka's taking out her earrings. Hold me back. Somebody hold me back.
Oh no, go off.
Yeah, no.
Lou says, my dearest friends, if we could use that term still, don't listen to her. You can make a much better deal with me. I can offer you so much more than she can.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really want to make a deal with anyone in the first place. This is more of a necessity thing than a want thing.
We came here to do our own thing. We didn't want to, deal with any of this. If I'm being honest, we still have the means to carry out our goal. Without either of you.
Free with the crossbow.
The Afridi seems terribly confused. Isn't this my deal? What are people negotiating on my behalf? What is going on? No one has my interest at heart.
Can we just destroy the contract? The reason that I came here? You know why I came here, right?
Navira's now going to give Tarbek a look at, working on it.
No, I wasn't talking to Navira. I was talking about Afridi. It's lost. Kind of, weird. We're not entirely certain to the degree you've lost yet. You have lost. So if you just want to surrender the contract.
Okay. Well, here's the problem. If I die, my contracts simply go to fulfill my debts to other Afridi.
God. Well, now I feel like a giant.
What? No. he kind of says like, oh no, I deserved it. Yeah, inflict wounds and all that. No, I deserve it. I'm trying to build a giant robot to not for good reasons.
If you were just I build giant mechanical things all the time. I was more. Wait a second. No, you enslaved my family. I'm not happy about that.
No,
That's the
I'm a
part
bad. I'm a bad person.
Okay, well.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is very much not how I expected this going.
Shemeshka says, Tarbek the sword and your son is free.
The sword and my son is free.
And Lou says, counter offer.
Oh boy.
You give me one of your artifacts, and your son is alive.
Wait a second. Are we talking just my? Because there's a lot of other souls here.
She says, depending on what artifact you give me, I can bring all of them back.
Question. How close am I to actually getting those contracts?
So at this point, you can see the Fire Spectre. The Fire Spectre's not terribly smart, so it flies through the wall, but it's holding a physical object. So it flies through the wall, and then you can hear a clunk. It flies back through the wall and comes around the corner, and it's holding a lockbox.
Neat. Okay. I'm gonna make eyes at Gayle, and I'm gonna have just be like, okay, follow me. We're gonna go edge out of this conversation and try to solve this without any interdimensional beings meddling.
Okay, yeah. Can I get? I want a rules lawyer check. Can I get Arcana checks from the two of you, please?
All right.
I was worried there was going to be like a charisma stealth check or something.
Actually, I have very high charisma.
I also have pretty high charisma.
I didn't think
those stealth checks, though.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
That's why I brought Gayle.
Yes. Navira, oh man, you're like, I got out of the hells to get out of the contract game. Damn it. This sucks.
God, with this shit again?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They pull me back in.
God, is there just like another god I can kill? Like, fuck.
Oh God.
I have to read.
Someone give me a god. I'll kill him. Gayle, you are having a look, this is complicated, but with your 17, you are negotiating it. There are clauses in all of these contracts, and they're super complicated, but basically, you have to get the Afridi to change the contract. If you destroy the contract, it doesn't matter. There's backups of it other places. If you find all of them, you could do that. And if the Afridi dies, his debts indeed do go to all of his debtors. And it seems like one of his debtors is Shemeshka.
Oh.
Not surprising.
Okay, new plan. Under no circumstances do we kill the Afridi. Under no circumstances.
And yeah, the Afridi, Albari is kind of like, who's this, like, the old tiefling lady? Like, he doesn't know who she is. He's not thrilled that he had to summon Shemeshka. Like, he clearly didn't want to, because he's just as wary of her as you are.
So I'm going to look to the Afridi and sort of go, while Lou and Shemeshka are arguing, look to the Afridi and go, look, if you void the contract that my ancestors... If you void the contracts trapping your souls here, we'll go back to the material plane and never bother you again.
Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck. I'm bad at that.
Don't suppose I can help, because I'm good
Yeah.
at that.
You can help.
So should I roll advantage and or guidance?
Do advantage, yeah.
Okay. Can I guidance?
If you can attempt to guidance yourself.
That is actually a 15.
15? Okay. So, let me roll a thing real fast. Okay. This guy, Albari, doesn't seem... He's not saying no outright. Like, you can tell that he's into it. But he says, oh, man, like, if I do that, then I'm in huge trouble. Like, I will have debts I can't pay, and it's going to be worse for me than just dying.
How much debt are you in?
Well, a lot. I built he kind of points at his now broken mecha. I built that. That cost a lot of money.
Can you give us a number in gold pieces?
That's like 2.5 mil.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
we're
you're
rich.
making
We're
some
not
bad
mecha
choices.
rich.
Yeah, it's an exact replica of a Titan or a Gundam that was being built on the Sword Coast. I mean, exact. It doesn't work the same way.
I don't mean to be rude, but I feel as though you could have saved a lot of money if you did not try to copy an existing mecha and just kind of built something slightly more economical.
Well, see, but collectors appreciate the kind of the.
You enslaved my family to build a fucking collector's item.
I was going to use it.
Navira will place a hand on Tarbek's shoulder, and she's like, "Do you want me to convince him? You know how awfully convincing I can be. This is your call."
Tarbek will turn away and so, oh look, a distraction. Be sure it's a shame if one of my party members did something morally ambiguous while my back was turned.
Tarbek said out loud to no one in particular.
Eric cracks her knuckles. She's like, "All right, listen. We understand that you'll be in a lot of trouble if you void these contracts, but I cannot even begin to tell you the trouble you're going to be in if you don't. Did you know that you can break most of the bones in the body and survive?" And she's gonna like
Signs
slowly
point to
start
yes.
to put her foot on his chest and just like start pressing down harder and harder
Ow!
and harder.
How long does animate objects out? Oh, it doesn't last that long.
Well, now he has a Tiefling Gundam just like standing on his chest, so he's not going
I guess the
anywhere.
chains are still technically wrapped around him, but like they're not moving anymore probably or constricting him.
See, we don't have to kill you to make you suffer. And we certainly don't have to kill you to get what you want. And I can assure you that whatever pain you will be in if you void these contracts will be a hell of a lot worse if you don't. And she's using like any and all like infernal tiefling paladin oathbreaker magic she can summon to make herself look as scary as fucking possible.
Okay. I mean, you are terrifying to this person.
I am terrifying.
Just check something.
She's just laying it on thick.
Kaw is helping. Because she has a way that she has realized she can fix this, and she's not looking forward to it if she has to.
Yeah, he's kind of like, ow. Shemeshka says, yes, do it. Kill him, Navira. It would be so easy.
Didn't I just say I wasn't gonna kill him? You hush.
Just hush, Shemeshka.
Like, shake my head at her like, you weren't even listening?
God,
You
what
suck.
are you doing here? You're the worst.
God. Well, we're in a bit of a Waterdavian standoff at the moment.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Shemeshka, how much is this sword worth to you?
Mm,
Mm.
mm-mm,
Um.
mm-mm.
Shemeshka.
We all give like Tarbek the collective look of a dog that's about to start barking at the mailman. Just nope.
My reply is no. My reply is no.
All right. Well, look, every one of the Gayle did it.
And I was told I wasn't supposed to.
Gayle got yelled
Yeah.
at for that.
Yeah,
Fair.
I got yelled at.
I think I also actually yelled at Gayle.
You-
You know
You
what?
did. You definitely
you
did.
yelled at me several times.
You may rely on it.
So, I feel a bit like a hypocrite, but also
Yes.
like
You are very much a hypocrite right now.
Look,
Absolutely.
given the circumstances, I think maybe a little bit of hypocrisy is in order.
No.
No.
Look, we're working on it. Put a tack in it. File away for later. Get this done first.
Shemeshka points at the Afridi, and a thin black beam goes from her finger into the Afridi's chest. And he takes 67 necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ, can
good.
I take that? Can I jump in front of that and take that?
No, because it targeted him.
Does
Son of a
anyone have
bitch.
counterspell?
I have Dispel Magic, but that is not a reaction.
Nope.
Yeah, we just kind of gotta watch as this guy gets beamed.
Okay. He visibly withers slightly, and Navira, you feel your foot just kind of squish into him a little bit more because he just got fingered
ew.
of death. And he's like, "Oh, gods, Imix, preserve me! Ow!"
You can take your foot off now, I think.
Shemeshka says, "Yes, it's like an at-will employment kind of thing, and I can end it early if necessary, and then this is all mine anyway. So cool.
Wait, he works for you.
Yeah. And if I...
I
Okay.
am going to look at the Afridi and be like, why did you bring her here?
I thought she would help. I was wrong, apparently.
Yes!
Yeah!
Absolutely.
Never bring Shemeshka into these things. God! It would have been fine.
She seems so helpful.
No!
Until she's not. Until she's
You're
not.
in debt for 2 million gold pieces to her.
2.5.
Were you dropped on your head as a baby?
I don't even think he has
Probably.
a brain technically because he's like an Ifrit. I don't know how that works.
I mean, he's got an intelligence of 16. You'd think he'd know better. Shemeshka has a much higher intelligence, to be fair to
Look,
Shemeshka.
To be fair, we all do very crazy things when we're under threat of death. We have a paladin about to crush our sternum.
Lou pipes up again and says, "We're just gonna go past old Lou's offer.
Yes.
Full res. Full res.
And what?
What are you doing here?
I'm looking for something."
You want to be a little bit more specific about that?
Which artifact do you want?
I'll take any of them. Night Shadow. Tarbek's. Oh crap!
Oh.
Hold on a second. I swear it's
Mir
like
got so angry. Discord.
it's like at the same
Draw.
point in every episode too. Okay, hold on.
again.
Okay, here we go.
Discord hates plot.
Discord just hates.
For sure. Lou says, "Oh, I'll take Night Shadow or Redeemer or the Cinderbeard Hammer. But if you give me the eye, oh, I can do so much with that eye."
I have this tongue, if she'd want that.
That's not an artifact,
on
dear.
all accounts.
Oh, but with the eye, you don't have to deal with Shemeshka, and I will resurrect all of these people.
I feel like
Resurrect.
there are a couple of other things you're going to do with it, and I feel comfortable with absolutely none of it.
She says, "I can assure you I will not put the eye in my head. It will be perfectly safe."
That's so many loopholes that are implied there.
That's my offer. Shemeshka says, "Sounds like a terrible... Darlings, sounds like a terrible offer to me.
Yes,
Back over
definitely.
here, Shemeshka. Hate being shown up, Lou. You bitch."
At least we know what that one is. You, old lady. We have way more questions about you.
She says, "Ask and I'll tell you the truth.
did you
Unlike
try and
some
mo-
people here,
Why did you try and mind control my friend then?
I wanted Night Shadow."
Ka doesn't have the words for "who are you," but
Who are you?
Yeah, she does.
She says, "My name is Alluvius Ruskin. I'm from Sigil, and I need magic items to live. I consume them. The more powerful they are, the longer I can go between feedings."
Okay, so hypothetically, if you had, say, a ring of perpetual magic, you could just fuck off forever, correct?
She says no. That's it's not it's not the abilities of the magic item that I need. It's the mystic energies stored in them. The ring of perpetual magic. She kind of thinks for a second, as if she's like going through a catalog of magic items in her head, and she says, "That's an uncommon magic item. That would be like a light snack for me."
So
I
if we
mean-
give you the eye, you would just eat it?
Yes. And no one
That
can ever use
assuages
it again.
None of my fears.
I feel like if you ate the magic with the eye, it would probably lead to some other negative side effects.
She says, "Never has in the past."
augury.
For giving her the eye.
Forgive. Ooh. For the next 30 minutes, wheel.
Don't like that
Okay.
you specified only the time frame.
That's what the
Let me
spell
look up
says.
something about augury real quick.
That's what the spell says.
You find which of my cards has augury on it. There it is.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but
Shemeshka, if I do the sword,
yes.
will you void these soul contracts?
Contracts.
Yes, plural.
I'll void the Cinderbeard soul contract.
Why'd I have to be lawful good?
I'm not. Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how lawful good works.
Yeah, no. If it was Tarbek was lawful neutral, he'd be like, hell yeah, just void mine, and I'll be on my way. Ugh.
Is there any way that I could get this Afridi, who is withering under my boot quite literally, to void the contracts before Shemeshka can do them in?
How many lay on hands you got?
45 points worth.
Lay on boot.
I mean, you wanted to be a bootlicker. There you go.
The healing boot.
You can do whatever you want.
I hate it when he says that. I hate it. I hate it so much.
The worst.
Yeah, but do I need, like,
Here's a
verbal
shovel, friends.
confirmation?
Dig your grave.
Do I need him to, like, sign something?
You will
You're
need
not
it.
very good at
Yeah,
law.
you will need him to sign something.
Okay.
It needs to be legal and good. They don't believe in fire, or I'm sorry, they don't believe in verbal contracts here on the fire plane.
Gotcha.
Here's the thing. I don't want to give Lou the Eye of Vecna. And I don't want to not void all of these frickin' soul contracts.
Can we get them to start fighting with each other long enough for me to write something up, like, simple, so he can sign it before he dies?
You can try.
Just incite them to go at it.
Counteroffer. When we first met Shemeska, she also wanted Kaw's bones.
She wanted a Taroka deck from the Mists, if you had one.
Damn it.
Yeah, I just rewatched that episode.
Gayle, how much blood you got?
Not enough.
I mean, not enough.
That is not something we ask our friends, Tarbek.
That's not canon. It's not canon. It's very out of character for Tarbek.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
We're starting to kind of see, though, the depths of Tarbek's psyche when his family's put in danger. So maybe it is something he said. You'll never know. It's probably something he thought. Maybe, like...
It's something he very much didn't say seriously if he did.
But also...
I mean, I'll give one of them the eye.
She's gonna eat it.
Let's not.
She's gonna eat it. I don't really care that much.
Because I'm still on team. Let's not give these two super cryptic beings anything and try to solve this without their influence.
That seems like the best option, but, do we have that option?
Again, if
How
I can
many
get
more
this guy to
fingers of
sign
death do you think
something-
this Afridi can take?
Like, not a lot, man. Please.
I cast Death Ward. No, wait, can I cast Death Ward? Give me a second.
I might be able to cast Death Ward.
Ooh.
I don't have Death
Nope,
Ward.
I'm out of
prepared.
4th level spell slots.
Okay.
Do you have a 5th level spell slot?
I have one.
Fair
Now
enough.
might be the time to break it out.
Except I don't want to waste a 5th level spell slot and he just dies twice, because that's not particularly useful.
Shemeshka will snap her fingers, and the Afridi will disappear from under your boot.
What?
She cast Maze
Aw.
on him. There's no save for
no.
Maze. He's trapped in a maze for a while.
That's just mean.
It is mean. It's a really mean spell. Which is why Shemeshka the Marauder has it.
Yup.
God, she woke
On the
up
good
today and
news,
was
we
like,
don't
I'm
need
going
to worry about
cause
her
problems.
killing him now.
Yes, she can't touch him there, to be fair. And he
On
can
the
try
other
and get
hand-
out, but he's not, as established, he's not the brightest dude.
It's a DC 20 intelligence check. Unless you're a Minotaur, in which case you succeed automatically.
Weird.
It's a fun spell.
Weird.
What
No, it's
level
based on the
spell is Maze?
8.
It's an eighth.
level
It's an 8th
spell.
level spell.
So I would need to roll to beat an 18, at least. No, we're not gonna try to dispel magic on that.
And for to keep to So you all have all the information you need. This means Shemeshka has cast a 7th level spell and an 8th level spell. So she still has other spells. Just a heads up.
Yep.
So now just like looking at Shemeshka like, okay, now I'm really mad.
Oops, it slipped.
Lying.
Lou says, see? Same old Shemeshka. You can trust Lou. Except for that one time.
You know,
But I told you
would
why.
actually really like to see you two battle it out. Why don't we just go Battle Royale right in the middle? Whoever wins gets a deal.
How about an
Fisticuffs.
auction?
Freak it out.
I like options. Yes, what's the option?
Auction.
Oh, auction. Ooh,
Yeah.
auction. Interesting. How's this?
I have Vecna for best offer.
Navira's gonna like lean down to Gayle and just like, what are you doing?
Better know what you're doing, Gayle.
I really never know what I'm doing.
Shemeshka
You
says,
may rely on it.
I void all the contracts. I resurrect Tarbek's son, and you get the mecha.
That chinky ass thing, what you got, Lou?
So, like, that one Kaw just like turns around, looks at the pile of what is now scrap metal.
It's worth a lot to
That
collectors.
Meanwhile, Tarbek is like sweating.
It's
Looking at
a.
it.
Yeah, we already got money, Lou.
Lou
Like,
says.
Tarbek, like, you can make a better one and you know it.
Did make it better.
Uh,
I don't know where Curtis is right now. He left one day and never came back. Very sad.
Curtis will come back to you soon.
Okay. He might just be lost.
He's just on the road to Neverwinter. It's just got a little sign that says Neverwinter ? But everyone's like, oh, okay, that thing's full of dead bodies, so back up. It's a terrifying robot. It's not full of dead bodies anymore, but it's
scrap metal now.
It's still a terrifying robot. It's got spikes all over it.
Got to stick like a recycling logo on his chest.
Lou says, I free all of these people and I resurrect every single one of them. Shemeshka's like,
You top that, Shemeshka?
Mecha's worth a lot of money.
We have money, Shemeshka, and you know that.
Like, at that point, with Shemeshka reaching, Kaw's going to look at her, shake her head, make Shemeshka's own smug little laugh back at her.
Oh.
That's the best you got.
And I'd like to,
and Lou
just to clarify, no bracing them as undead. That doesn't count as resurrection.
No, resurrection. And Lou throws in true resurrection. Lou says, and Shemeshka loses.
That's good.
Real valuable.
That's real good.
Come on, Gayle, this is a great idea.
Shemeshka seems so mad.
I don't know how we're coming out like this.
How about
By creating problems later, that's how.
Probably.
Going once?
wait.
Going
How about you
twice?
throw that Afridi in? He has to. What should he have to do? Ideas? Anyone? He needs to be.
I feel like.
Have you
anything
considered
that-
volcano real estate?
feel
Make
like
him work for Tarbek.
You could make him work for
like-
Tarbek, but
It feels kind of like slavery, and I only pretend to be into that.
Consider it
Shemeshka.
community service.
Yeah, Shemeshka's reaching a little bit, but she says, "Gale's blood. I'll give it back."
What were you doing with that anyway?
Don't worry about it. Lou says,
Spiders don't make noises, but God makes spider noises.
like the creepy Lord of the Rings spider noises. Yeah.
Like, it being Gale's blood isn't as important as it
Yeah.
being someone else's.
Lou says she's reaching. That's Shemeshka's voice. She's reaching.
Yes, absolutely.
And she won't even tell you what she was going to do with it.
Sure, we do know that no matter what, you're gonna eat it.
Oh, I'm going to eat it. It's going to be delicious.
It's a little. You know what? I'm not gonna judge you too harshly for eating an eye, because adventurers probably do stuff that's worse than that, like on a daily basis. But
Well, yeah, what do you think
How about-
potions are made of?
wait, what?
How about you never
Eyes.
try to you add in that you never try to mind control any of us ever again?
Oh, yeah, easy done. I'm going back to Sigil after this.
And take a nice, satisfying food nap.
For being honest, the eye effect is probably gonna last Lou like a very long time.
So we good?
I'm down.
Once, twice, sold to the nice tiefling
Kaw
lady.
makes a bell noise.
Wait, we get this in writing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she will kind of conjure a piece of parchment, or vellum, probably, since so it won't immediately catch fire. And she scrawls out one eye, Lou, except one eye of Vecna for from Task Force Unlikely, and in parentheses writes all your names, for the destruction of the contracts and resurrection of all souls contained within true resurrection for all. I do like that Navira keeps making sure it's true resurrection.
She's a paladin. That's what she does.
Um,
I just one thing because I'm lawful. Void instead of destruction. Is that in your power?
Oh, she says, once I have the eye. Oh, for sure. And Shemeshka seems a little confused of like, it's my what? I don't understand. Lou, how are you doing this?
Stay out of this.
I'm still here. I'm everyone's favorite NPC.
Yes, but
How exactly are you going to avoid them? That's actually, I am concerned about.
Knifey dabs on them haters.
What? Do not invoke the name of Knifey.
Sorry, what was this about dabs? Give me a second. There it is.
There we go. Okay, so, Lou says, once I have the eye, I will have enough power, to use the wish spell. And it simply will be.
Good point.
Fair. I guess once the contract's written, Gayle will mage hand the Eye of Vecna out of the bag of holding and like float it on over to her.
Okay.
And we have an assurance that you won't try to use the power of the Eye of Vecna to take over the world?
Correct. She
right.
will take
It's in
the
the
eye.
bylaws.
She will take the eye.
That's the no megalomania clause.
She said she wasn't gonna put it in her head.
She did say she was going to eat it.
That technically counts as putting it in her head.
She meant eye. Whew.
Shemeshka, I'll thank you.
Look at Tremeska just in Hester's voice. I don't know them.
Just Shemeshka seems so mad.
Good.
On the bright side, you can probably repo everything that belongs to the fire guy.
She said that hunger joke.
It's worth coin.
Damn you, God. Damn
I
you.
love Genku so much.
So Lou pops it in her mouth and she kind of like shivers in excitement. And you can see the wrinkles from her face just start to fade. She unhunches, so she's still not very tall, but she's like 5 foot now. Her hair kind of fills out. It becomes much thicker and kind of starts to lay more naturally, as opposed to like the full dark brown. Yeah, and she just says, "A pleasure doing business with you all." She claps, and all of the fire specters turn back into people. Elves, gnomes, dwarves, a couple humans, and they all kind of stand up and look around confused, as if they were just in a dream. And they seem like they're from a great number of places and times. And
are here right now.
How many are here right now? Like 20 of them. There's like 20 of them.
This is going to be difficult.
Shemeshka just looks at all of you and says, "You've made a grave mistake. And fuck you, yes. Lou. Fuck you."
As if we haven't made several of those already.
It seemed like the least bad mistake. So, how many people can the Burke Skull transport at once?
Let's check D&D Beyond. It's never been easier.
Wow.
There's 20 people.
I don't know, have you ever used a book with an actually usable appendix? Pretty nice.
Wait a second, I can just catch banishment on them.
Well, you could, but that's an awful lot of spell slots for Tarbek.
So that we'd be dealing with 18 instead of 20. All right, raise your hand if you're from Toril.
Okay, Burke Skull allows 8. So there's 4 of you. Yeah, a couple people raise their hand.
Okay, stand over there, please. I hope they're wearing clothes, but
they are. Some of them look very out of date.
I kind of also want to find a specific one that's kind of important.
If you are from anywhere else, stand over there. If you are a member of Clan Cinderbeard, could you please step forward?
Tarbek, your son, looking very confused, steps forward, and for the first time seems to notice you, and goes...
Tarbek is going to run forward and hug him.
And just accepts the hug, and he seems very confused, and he returns the hug, and he says, "Duh, what happened?"
"Oh, my sweet boy. Oh my god, you're back. Oh, I've missed you so much. Oh, everything's okay now."
It all felt so real.
What was real?
He kind of looks around. This.
Unfortunately, it was real. But it's over now.
He wipes tears from his beard and his eyes.
He's gonna give him another big hug.
And he says, "Of course you came for me.
Why wouldn't I?
I knew you would.
The most important person. No offense, but..."
Yeah, and he kind of...
Yes, definitely.
He kind of like like he's still standing right next to you, but he like unhugs you for a second, and he taps the Cinderbeard crest on your chest, like the little emblem, and he says, "Those who do good deeds are those who endure."
Aye.
Hi.
And he looks at Task Force Unlikely, and he says, "Friends of yours."
More than friends at this point.
He says, "Well met," and he introduces himself as Dernier. I did
Tarbek
write his name down.
almost just Professor Oaked it.
And your name is... Are you a boy or a girl?
Ah, yes, my son, asshat.
With an exclamation point.
It's a family name.
Yeah, it's a traditional dwarven name. It's actually pronounced Ashat.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, hi, emotional moment being ruined with a Pokemon reference. Welcome to Task Force Sunlight. Or improved with a Pokemon reference if you think about it. So after we've kind of sorted everyone, is Shemeshka still here?
Yes, I was just about to say, Shemeshka's just like,
Kind of cramping on the moment, Shmesh.
yeah.
What are you still doing here?
She snaps her fingers. The Afridi pops back into existence. Oh shit! A bunch of
my favorite punching bag.
Yeah, a bunch of the people look at him. They'll just take out weapons and just start wailing on him.
Does this spark joy?
Someone's casting
Absolutely.
15 magic missiles at him. Like, fuck you.
I don't actually remember what class Dernier was. I think it was fighter. Or
he was a soldier. I actually don't know if you ever said specifically.
I did not specify a class. I just said he was a soldier. So fighter, cleric, or paladin, probably.
Yeah, I would say fighter or paladin feels right. Cleric feels right too. They all feel right. So it's up to you.
Master fighter is like.
Oh, cool.
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's go with that one.
Wizard.
I also really like Rune Master fighters.
Yeah.
Son threw you a curveball.
Tarbek would have been fine.
I'm a sorcerer, Dad.
So long as he was a transmutation specialist.
A couple people have taken up where you were like organizing them. They're like, okay, and you're from Eberron. Never heard of it. Okay, you go over there.
That's next campaign. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck's Earth? Oith? That's not real. You go over there. You're from Spelljammer. That's fake.
Actually, I
what
think
in
I know
the
who
nine hells is a dragon lance? How are you from a weapon?
We don't believe in gold.
Read that on Reddit,
Yeah, Kender aren't real. You'll go over in that corner. Draconians? I don't think so.
I don't know what a Koopa Troopa is.
You're from the Mushroom Kingdom? That's not over there.
Okay, which one? Games or movies?
You see a really tiny-headed lizard man.
Yes.
Walk over.
I unironically love that movie.
I thought he was
from
just
Dino
Hatton.
Mystara, I haven't heard of that one in a while. You go over there. Birthright. Okay, great. So everybody's broken up into various camps.
All right. If you can cast Plane Shift or Banishment, please raise your hand.
A couple people raise their hand. A couple people say, we have that new bullshit spell, Blue Veil Dreams, or whatever it is, that transports you to campaign settings. It's from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It's called, Dreams of the Blue Veil. And you sleep for 6 hours, and you wind up in a different campaign setting.
Wow.
Yeah.
More made-up spell soup.
Yep.
Made up spells for the soul.
So
Soup's made up spells for the soul. That's what we need to call the book.
It's the alt cover.
PC, we have a new IP for you. That one's for free. Happy holidays.
Coming soon to the DM's Guild. Okay, perfect. So, people break up. There's enough folks who seem like they can get their respective parties home that you will just have to worry about the group going with you, which is the four of you, Dernier, and let's see, let me roll some random things. Okay, there's a goblin with a green hat.
Perfect. I love them immediately.
A gnome, and an elf.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's 8. Burke Skull time.
Okay. Yeah, is there anything else you want to do on the fire plane? Go have a meal at the
No.
big grill? No? Okay.
No.
As we are fading out from existence, just double Shemeshka.
Not even, like,
That seems
not
very...
that bitter at this point. Just, like, throw an extra wineskin at her. She needs this right now more than I do. Win some and you lose some. And today, you lost.
Okay.
Well, that's a lot better than expected, honestly. Probably
For
didn't
now.
go great. Like, 3 episodes from now, Andy's gonna be like, so you see a dragon with a gun named Blue.
Wearing power armor.
Is it
Yeah,
like a regular sized gun or like a dragon sized gun?
Dragon-sized gun.
Okay.
It's a
It's a
regular...
dragon-sized
Dragon
gun
with a
made of
regular
regular-sized guns.
Okay.
Regular-sized guns. Like in a spread pattern. And those guns
And those
also
guns
fire
shoot
in a
guns.
spread pattern.
Okay.
Exactly.
So those guns shoot lightsabers.
It's a
Oh.
Matryoshka effect of guns.
This is beginning to sound more and more like a Skyrim mod.
Yeah, I modded it so my crossbows shoot lightsabers. It's pretty rad.
To be fair,
I mean,
I would totally
I'm not
use
gonna
that.
say the lightsaber mod's real neat, but the lightsaber mod's real neat.
Anyways, we're back in a place.
Yeah, so you...
I don't actually remember where.
It's our mud room, isn't
yeah,
it?
it takes you back to your mud room. So let's see. I'm trying to... Sorry, I'm getting...
I am
real
assuming that
fast.
the rest of the Tarbek the Cinderbeard family, is too old for this resurrection to apply.
No, so the only person who, because of the way your grandfather had worded it, the only person who had been affected right now was your son. In the future,
Damn.
more
Oh.
people would have been affected, but your son was the only firstborn to have died since your great grandfather made the contract.
That is incredibly convenient.
Yes. Okay. So the gnome. Oh crap! Sorry, hold on.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
I accidentally minimized the screen for a second. Okay, so the gnome introduces herself as Refi. The goblin is named Demo, and the elf is
Love him more.
Lucan.
Demo. Do you
Lucan?
like blow stuff up, Demo?
No, I build stuff.
Oh, you're hot. Do you want a job, Demo?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna draft.
We have
a contract.
acquired-
We considered
Two
volcano
new
real
sons.
estate.
I like volcanoes. They blow stuff up,
I
and
like this
then you
guy
can
a
rebuild
lot
it.
Already.
Yes.
I'm a big fan. No, that's exactly, like, word for word. That is almost you've just said the job description,
Yeah, I like it.
basically.
I look stuff right in the eye, right? I look it right in the eye, and I build it.
Charmed.
And his name's Demo. That's ironic. I like that.
Oh,
sorry.
what's irony?
And it was Lucan and Rika, or Rika and Lucan.
Lucan and Refi.
Lucan and Refi. All right.
Yeah, Lucan asks you, what year is it?
I think it's like
Good question.
It's like 1502 DR or something.
It's 1494
Oh.
or 93.
Oh, Marty's mad.
Yeah. Marty notoriously loves all these goblins.
1493.
It's what? 1493?
How?
Yeah, you were stuck there for a while.
Shit.
Do you know when you died? Or...
Yes.
I died in 700.
What?
Oh.
I didn't even know True Resurrection would work on someone who died that long ago.
Shit.
Slum's mind am blown.
I'm sorry.
I mean-
I'm an
You're
elf.
elf, so you would have families.
My family might still be
Around.
alive, yeah, but
Yeah.
wow.
I mean,
That's
how
just
Is the Sword
you know,
Coast still constantly in danger?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, that should
That
be
is
fine
things
then.
never change.
Should be fine then.
You actually like the restaurants now. If you save the world 4 times, you get like a free sandwich.
It's a better program
We're
than
on
it
punch
used to
card
be.
number 3.
Oh, good
Yes.
job, yeah. You just got rid of the Eye of Vecna, I see.
Oh, do we get another one for that?
I mean, we could check.
I don't know. I think there's a clause where if you cause more problems than you prevent.
No punch for you.
Yeah.
So you hit the Burke Skull and you go back into your manor house in the city of Waterdeep. Dormir's like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah. No, look, it's we got it from a guy, saved a guy. Well, no, wait. Okay, so it's complicated. There was, you know what? I think I can tell you this story later. We've probably got to make sure that these people get back to their somewhere near their original homes. Where are you from, both of you?
Lucan says he is from the High Forest.
That's
And
a very elven name. No offense.
yeah, well,
It's like
something wrong
might-
with that, or
no, it's just like I would have been able to guess that even if you hadn't told me what it was. Granted, I live in a volcano, so I'm not one to be like, "Oh, you're
Yes.
such a stereotype." You know,
yeah.
I really I should be looking in the mirror and maybe considering my own personal biases. It's been a very important learning experience. So Luke and the elf. Anyways, Luke and the elf is from High Forest.
Yes, and he says, I mean, it's not terribly far from here. We're in the town of Waterdeep.
City.
Oh, brother.
City?
City. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Wait, are you from Elven period of Waterdeep or Dwarven period? No, not Dwarven period. I don't remember if the Elven period ended. Oh boy.
History of Waterdeep.
I think the Elven period ended, and then the dwarves went further underground and disappeared, and then, like, a couple hundred years later, the humans took over, if I'm remembering.
I think
I
that...
literally just read those.
Demo, help us out with this one.
You were a history major, right?
Yeah, but I'm like 5, so...
It's young even for a goblin.
Yeah, I think it is under human control at this point. It's just a little smaller.
Yeah,
because
so
it looks like elves and dwarves leave in like pre-DR.
Yeah, no, look, Waterdeep is now the second largest city on this continent, is my understanding.
Good for you people.
The largest is Calimport, which for some reason nobody's ever been to, for whatever reason.
Because it's not on the Sword Coast, so
For
Wizards
some-
doesn't care.
Exactly.
It's
It's
fine.
very bizarre. It's not in the Sword Coast or Desserin Valley, so nobody knows anything about it.
It's not fine.
Aside from it being like incredibly cool and us not getting a campaign book. Anyways,
So yeah, Lucan thanks you all immensely. He says if you're ever in the High Forest, please come look him up. He is an elven smith. I mean, that's not necessarily you have a dwarven master smith in your party. Like, it's not necessarily super cool. But you know, if you need anything or a mithril supply, he says he can probably help you out. He hopes.
that actually would be very useful.
And he will start. He will if you can give him any. More rations. He says gold's gold. Like, he has he has some gold on him still, and it's still worth something. But yeah, if you can give him like a week's worth of rations, he would appreciate it.
Oh, easily. That's. I think I have a week's worth of rations on me right now. He
nods and he says, "Thank you so much. And again, please look me up in the High Forest." And he starts
Absolutely.
to walk away. He says he is from the city of Hyrator, which, if anyone one of you speaks Elvish. Roughly means homesick. And he kind of walks into the street and he goes, "Holy shit!"
I was waiting for that.
This is like the start of a really, really, really funny sitcom. Like, just absolutely hilarious.
Next year on LDI, Lucan.
Everybody loves Lucan.
Everybody loves Lucan. Oh, Lucan's back. Been gone for 700 years.
You literally have not aged a day.
We thought you went out for cigarettes and you just never came back. I mean, the gnome Reffy. She thanks you all and she says, "Well, this is some shit."
Yes.
I was actually. This is a weird question. I might need you to testify in a court.
Which one?
Am I gonna have to lie under oath?
No. You only have to tell truth under oath. This is a dwarven court. We don't lie in dwarven court.
Oh yes.
Never has any dwarf lied ever in dwarven court.
It's Inkwell and Ironclad. My cousins used them once. The best divorce I've ever seen. Beautiful, really.
Tarbek's gonna look at Dernier. Oh yeah, about that.
How's mom?
Oh boy.
We'll get to that in a minute. So Reffy says.
Ask again later.
Reffy says, "I'm sorry. Why do I have to testify?"
Because I know who is responsible for the pact which enslaved. He's gonna pat his son on the back. This guy right here.
Okay. Do you know who enslaved me? Because I'd love to know that, so I can,
I have no idea. I apologize.
Talk to them.
Talk to them. Pulls out bat.
Talk to them.
All right. Well, that's gonna be running in the time slot after Lucan is Reffy's quest for revenge.
And at 8:30, watch this gnome with a vendetta blow some people up. Reffy says,
exclusively on HBO.
Reffy says, I'm certainly willing to testify. You've done me more than I can ever repay. Do you know when this would be? I can give you my business card.
Would actually be quite helpful. I know that this is Andy kind of making a joke, but I would like.
No, she's 100%. We'll pull out her business card.
Okay, and Tarbek will give his business card.
Ooh, thank you. It's so frustrating when people don't have business cards.
I mean, I
this is great.
Business, so
she looks at it. It's like killer design work.
He's gonna kind of nod at. I'm assuming Gayle and/or Kaw collaborated on the design work.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you get Reffy's card. It's just Reffy. She's just Reffy. And under it says explosives managed.
I might also hire you, actually, if you're interested. I don't know what you're.
What do you need exploded?
Well, we see we
Have
live
you
in
considered volcano real estate?
Oh, no, I'm more of a vault cracker, but.
Oh. Okay, maybe you should not go to. They would not like you, I don't think.
Where specifically wouldn't they like me?
Yes.
You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Too quick for that. I got you. But yeah, she says if you ever need me, call on me. Although as a vault cracker, she might be the dwarves' greatest enemy.
See, I was kind of I thought gnomes and dwarves were like kind of tight.
They are, but this
particular
one,
gnome.
just don't bring up her occupation,
Okay.
and
Maybe,
you'll be fine.
we're
She
gonna
just
need a
happens to really like something that dwarves really hate.
Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of character witnesses. All right then. Tarbek says for the 50th time this episode.
She thanks you profusely, and walks back into the city. She has not been dead nearly as long.
Wait, do you also need rations? Like, I don't know where you're from.
She says she is from the city of Waterdeep.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, cool.
She's going to Troll Skull Alley. What happened to Troll Skull? It blew up like 8 times.
That's what it does.
It's always the same house, and it's always a weird party of adventurers with varying degrees of personal problems.
Thought we solved this whole dragon heist thing. But no, every season, Manchun shows up again.
Manchuns are there? A lot of them.
A lot.
Too many.
A lot.
That's the next sitcom. Is too many Manchun.
Too many Manchuns.
Keeps making himself. It's a problem.
I think the plural is Menshun, but I could be wrong about that.
That's a good one.
Or Man's Shun.
So, Dernier, I should probably catch you up on what's happened in the past, 55, 58.
Did we win the war? Is the war important?
Did win the war.
Okay, well that's good.
I was gonna start scooting them towards the kitchen.
Okay.
Like, sit down, have your serious conversation around a table. You're gonna need it.
So,
Unceremoniously
sometimes
sets bottle of
people.
wine between them.
Sometimes.
No, like, it's just like, here is just like a flagon full of mead, just like a big barrel, 2 flagons.
And
See
as
y'all
you
in
guys,
4 hours.
As you guys leave, you can hear. All right. So sometimes 2 people love each other very much, but.
You gonna have the talk with me? I definitely think we had that.
No, this is a different talk.
I'm like 50. A different talk. Okay, cool.
So your mother and I, shortly after you died, decided it would be best to go our separate ways.
Oh, you son of a gun. Discord hates plot. Hold on a second.
Important.
But we
It's
were
like-
making a fun journey.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Hello.
It'll be the last time.
Okay. Dernier says, so you got divorced.
Yeah.
I mean, people grow apart. You know, I'm glad you didn't stay in a destructive or loveless marriage for the sake of just carrying on. I'm glad you found new friends and new purpose. Not so committed to making sure you did whatever great granddad wanted you to do.
Well, yeah, about great granddad.
He's still a mean old man?
Oh, no, wait. My great granddad. No, wait. Okay.
No, it's your great grandfather, his
great-grandfather.
great grandfather.
Your great.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and then Tarbek's going to explain.
Use his
what
name.
It's Ragnar One Eye.
Yeah.
Ragnar One Eye. He's not like the
Didn't
other
even have to look that
Ragnars,
one
he
up.
only has one eye.
Proud of myself for that. Okay.
One more than he deserves.
Okay, so yeah, you tell him that Ragnar One Eye sold his soul. Dernier's soul for the benefit of Ragnar One Eye. And he just looks at you. And he says, but why?
So in hindsight, I'm realizing that you might have been kind of forced into the family profession, and I think that's kind of a trap that a lot of dwarves fall into. You never seem to hate it, but I don't really think I gave you any other options. So maybe that's me as a father not being the best in that regard. And I don't think that was, a bad thing I did, but I think I should have given you some more choice. I'm getting off topic here.
Yeah, he seems a little taken aback by that. Like he never thought you forced him to do anything.
Well, essentially what happened is Ragnar was not a good smith for most of his life. He became a good smith by signing a pact, which led to the trapping of many of our family members. Well, at least of one of our family members, of you, in the fire plane.
Yeah. Well, and it would have trapped more family members eventually. It's just dwarves live forever.
It would have also, it traps. They live like 500, up to 500 years, I think. It would have trapped Uncle Thonus.
Mm-hmm.
It would have trapped your grandfather. It would have also trapped your great-grandfather, if I'm not mistaken.
Also, what? That's terrible.
It really is terrible.
That he holds back some choice words because you're not supposed to talk about family that way. Mm-hmm.
And I would like to have him stripped of his clan scionship and excommunicated from the clan. And also probably thrown in prison.
Then I can yell at him.
Yes, you can yell at you. You're not supposed to speak ill of family. After that, he will not be family.
Good.
Tarbek's gonna pour him a glass of mead.
He nods and instead picks up the bottle and just...
Yeah, you know what? This is human stuff. It's not...
Looks at the alcohol content. Under 10?
I know, right?
Is this baby alcohol? What is this? I'll drink it.
Baby alcohol. Oh my god. Sorry.
Kaw grumbles from a couple rooms over.
Gonna need a second for that one.
Yeah, he says, well, that's a lot to process.
Hence why I brought you in here with mead and also sat you down for 10.
He says, how long have I been gone?
I think almost 60 years.
What? Jeez.
Yeah,
I mean, Moradin.
Yeah, no, look, there's a reason I look older. It's because I am older.
Oh. That makes... Oh. You just...
Well, 160.
Could it... His eyes go to the top of your head? You don't look a day over 100, Dad.
I mean, I've been bald since I had you. I'm wondering if those two things are related now.
Probably. Kids are stressful.
That's true.
He says, well, I know you may not be on speaking terms with Mum if you got a divorce, but I would like to see her soon.
We're on, like... What's, like, the step above acquaintanceship, but not quite friendly?
Facebook
You
friends,
send each other cards for the holiday that don't really have anything written in them.
Yeah. I was going to say Facebook friends, but you don't follow each other on Facebook.
Yeah. No, we're...
That's not...
We have kept in contact.
Okay. Yeah. I think holiday cards for you get a very generic midwinter card every year. Yeah, he says, okay, well, I would like to go see her before we disown great granddad. Great granddad.
That I can arrange.
Great granddad's great. He just slurps soup. That's his problem.
Yeah, he's. I guess he would be the next clan scion. I guess we would elect them, but usually it goes to the eldest.
Would be a lot more lax. Probably a little fun.
Just wondering if he'd do a good job.
Well, it could always be your dad.
He would do a good job, but I'm very biased.
Well, maybe we can. We'll have to discuss this.
And also, I am Lord Architect of Gauntlegrim now.
Gauntlegrim's back?
Okay, that one you're gonna hear a voice through a hallway. Lord Architect Glorum Tarbek Cinderbeard!
King Brunor's back?
Aye.
Rad AF.
I know, right?
Do kids still say that? I might be 60 years out of the lingo.
You're asking the wrong person.
Oh, I'll have to ask Gayle later.
Might also be asked. You know what? How old is Gayle?
If any of us would know, it would be Gayle.
Yeah, Gayle is
like in her 20s.
Yeah, Gayle's like in her early 20s, I believe.
Yeah.
Like,
Gayle's
she's
the
a
youngest.
half-elf, so she could be like 100 for all we know. Also, quarter god probably could leave even longer than that.
Half god, first of all.
What? Oh right, yeah.
Her dad was a proper god.
Yeah, no, I remember now. Not telling Dernier that.
Okay, because he'd be like, "What?
Later.
Your friends are weird."
Yes.
Oh, also, and then Tarbek's gonna like put the ancestral hammer on the table.
Kind of looks at it. He takes special care, since you've established he is a rune knight, to kind of look at the insignia and the magical runes engraved in it. And yeah, he basically by studying it casts identify on it and recites what it does to you, and he's like, nice.
There's only 7 of these that I know of that exist, and when I pass, I plan on giving this to you.
It's not going to be for a while, though.
Here's hoping. I got a lot of work left to do while my heart still beats.
He looks around the kitchen and he asks, what's Tarbek Tough? He can see an advertisement hanging on the wall.
That is that's just a slogan that I used when I moved to Neverwinter. And then it kind of stuck after that.
Like, how tough's Tarbek Tough, though?
It's very... You know what? Actually, I can give you some testimonials. Hey, Navira, how tough is Tarbek Tough?
Withstood a blow from Tiamat tough.
Your friends are cool.
I feel like I'm just bragging.
Absolutely.
Most dads don't have friends. I'm glad you have friends.
I'm pretty sure all... What?
Most dads... No. Your mom has friends, and they have husbands. There's a difference. It's a John Mulaney joke. But
John Mulaney. Of the dwarf clan Mulaney.
Oh, I was going to say he's for sure some sort of half elf.
For sure. Now that I know.
Yeah, he says, like, your friends are cool. I am glad. That I'm just glad. Thank you. How can I even begin to thank you?
I mean, I don't really expect thanks when I do things for my children. I just do it.
He gets quiet and clearly sad. Not sad, because he's so happy. But he gets a little teary again.
So, what exactly happened in the war?
It wasn't going great. Our backline defenses were taken out in a pincer movement. We lost all wizard support. And my battalion was cornered. And okay, that's not important. And just simply overwhelmed.
If you don't want to give any more details than that, you don't have to.
This is hard. Lost a lot of friends that day, and I guess in retrospect, I'm one of the lucky ones.
Well, the war is over, and the Kingdom of Many Arrows is no more, as far as I am aware, or at least not the Empire of Many Arrows. Might still be a kingdom somewhere up there.
There is, or at least in the Hattonverse there is. It's just not as big as it used to be.
And Mithril Hall was successfully defended.
It's
very rare that I can thank someone for their sacrifice and then still be alive.
That'll take some time to get used to. And being he firmly touches the table. It's like he's not, that kind of hasn't been a consideration in a while. Like he just, as a ghost, he kind of just walked through things. And yeah, and it feels good to be back. I never thought I'd get to say that.
It's good to have you back. And I guarantee that the guy who enslaved you, that Efreeti, is probably not going to have the best of times with Shemeshka.
If the angry mob let him live.
Oh, right.
We'll have to see where his soul goes when he dies.
Super hell. Actually, I think if you die on I think if an outsider dies on their native plane, they just kind of phase back into the plane. Like they become planar.
It depends on the type of outsider.
I was going to say it depends on the outsider.
For fiends and things, yes. For something like just an elemental or maybe an Efreeti, I don't know. They might just die.
And not all fiends. Yeah, because not all fiends resurrect if they're killed on their natural plane of existence. Mm-hmm. Like Yugoloths, if they die anywhere else in the multiverse, they're fine. If they die on their plane of existence, they're dead.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting way too into the minutia, though. I apologize, everyone.
Fine.
What's everyone else doing at this time? I don't want to hog the.
Not intentionally listening into your conversation, but Kaw's perceptive is shit, and you're in her house.
It's true.
Kaw tries a couple areas and she can still hear him. I'm just doing it. It's fine.
Headphones haven't been invented yet. Yeah. This is fine.
Perfect. Gayle.
Yeah. I guess Gayle is going back to room and catching up on some paperwork she's been neglecting.
Okay, perfect. Big old pile.
Reading your mom's diary.
No, it's actual paperwork from the shop I own with my uncles.
Yes, I apologize.
I think Gayle got all the way
with her uncles. The shop she owns that we live in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have received an order for that vault that you talked to that noble about way back when. So
I'm wondering when that was going to come back up.
Some gnome just blew it up and then died in the explosion.
Just see them float by. What a waste!
You were back for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That wasn't a good idea. Yeah. So that's something to start considering. Is you'll have to go work for them for a minute, and we can deal with that next time. But yeah, so going through some paperwork, you see that you can start making some plans for it. You'll have to talk to Tarbek and Navira about it, and Kaw as well. But you can start working on that soon. Navira, what are you doing?
Navira has drawn a very crude and mean-looking drawing of Shemeshka and is currently throwing darts at it.
Makes sense.
She's venting out a little bit of frustration she didn't get to take out as violence.
Okay.
It is stacked on top like of a couple of their other enemies. Like you can see, there's one that's full of holes that most likely used to look like Zariel. A couple others on there. But yeah, she's added the Shemeshka one on top, and it's just.
There's one that looks like the Afridi, but it's made of tin, and there's like, instead of darts, it's like scorch marks on it. It's like little bits of melted out, because every weapon that Tarbek uses catches fire.
Perfect. Is anybody doing anything else? Otherwise, we will start to wrap it up.
Tarbek is probably sending out some sending spells and also drafting Demo's employment contract.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Mr. Tarbek.
All-purpose goblin voice. I love it.
Tarbek admittedly is getting a little bit like, it kind of sounds like I'm Scrooge or something.
Oh, but no, I mean, if you're going to pay him fairly, then you're not Scrooge.
That's just.
You're not making him work on Midwinter.
It's true. Everyone gets Midwinter off. I don't know if dwarves celebrate Midwinter.
Moradin Day or something. The forging. I don't know. Sounds like a holiday.
There's an equivalent holiday.
Yeah.
That does sound like the forging sounds like a very important dwarf.
Moradin brings well-constructed toys to all the good dwarven children.
Or just hammers.
Get much more use out of that than a dolly. Just saying.
Or a dolly with a tiny
hammer. Okay, perfect.
Good children get toys, bad children get tools, because you need to work harder.
Yeah. And good children also get coal, because it's like a treat. Okay, perfect. So we zoom out from the manor house here in the old city. And yeah, outros and plugs. Dan.
Hi. Wow, okay, my character's arc is over. Fuck, what do I do now?
Resolve old feuds, establish other character arcs, set whatever's going to come up next up.
You still got to take down that great-great-grandfather.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Literally sold your son's soul.
That's important. Okay, it's been amazing, this campaign. I was starved of D&D. I hadn't played in a while because of my exams. Thank you all so much for playing with me. You can follow me on Twitter at LightningFast11. And you know what? Happy holidays to all of you. Including you, viewer, who is watching this currently.
Especially you, viewer, who is watching this currently. Not to date the episode on December 16th, 2020.
Exactly.
Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. You can also follow me on the social media thing. Yep, just happy holidays. See you next year. Hope it's better than this one, so.
I was gonna say it has to be, but I will not jinx it. Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. Happy holidays. Stay safe, because, it's gonna be a new year, and it's hopefully most likely going to get better, but it's not gonna do it all at once. So in the meantime, keep wearing your mask, washing your hands. We've got, 4 or so more months of that, but keep each other safe,
Please take the vaccine.
please. Black lives still matter, trans rights, have a happy holiday, whatever one you celebrate if you do.
Perfect. And Navira.
Hi, I'm Mira. Follow me.
Mira.
I don't use Twitter anymore, but you can follow me on Instagram. Lord knows that I don't post anything there either. I might. Maybe. No promises. But yeah, I echo everything that Jay said, and also please be kind to service workers.
Please?
Wear your mask.
Yeah.
Wear your mask. They have to, and so you should too. Keep them safe. Keep yourself safe. Happy
Over your
holidays
nose,
if you
under your chin.
celebrate. Mm-hmm. And have a good New Year's. I love playing D&D with y'all.
Yay, I keep hitting my microphone, and I'm sorry about that.
On his boss.
I also don't post on Twitter anymore, but Laugh and Dragon does. Laugh, INN Dragon. So go follow that. Echo what everyone has said. Thank you for another wonderful year of Laughing Dragon Inn, Task Force Unlikely, and everyone in the audience who's a member of LDI. Wear a mask, be kind, stay safe, and happy holidays. And we'll see you all in 2021.
This is our first show that I think we've ended on the new year. We've had over the year break that hasn't ended on a terrible cliffhanger.
Yay!
Yay!
No terrible cliffhangers. Woo.
For once.
Just once. You get one. You get one.
Get one and this is it.
This is it. Enjoy it.
Use it wisely.